Hi there. This is going to show the difference between Atomic Big Band Lite and the full version of Atomic Big Band. So you can see here we have our folder here. I have both versions. If you only have the Lite, obviously you would only have this one folder. But the first big difference is just the number of instruments. So if we see here, basically we have one of each of the instruments represented in a big band. So you've got one alto sax, one tenor sax, one bari sax, a lead trumpet, and a lead trombone. If we go over to the full, you'll see we have 13 instruments instead of 5. So you got 2 each of altos, 2 tenors, bari, 4 trumpets, 4 trombones, including a bass trombone. So that's the first big difference. It's just the sheer number of instruments. Let's load both the Lite version of tenor sax and we'll load the full version of tenor sax. So I'll make 2 channels here so we can see the difference. So in the back end of this, there is only one dynamic in the Lite version, and there's 2 dynamics in the full version. So what that means is you're just, you're kind of not getting that very, very extreme loud, what we call the fortissimo, but you're getting a full volume forte full on in the Lite. If we look at the panel here, you can see one of the differences here is we didn't include the tape samples in the Lite version. So these are just really cool. Everything, the close mic was bounced to 1-inch tape and back for every sample, so for all the stuff. So you get a really cool tape saturation. It's a very cool sound, but we didn't include it in this. And if you look here at the memory usage here, you can see it's about what you would expect, more or less half as much going on here as this. So it's a little bit complicated the way it works in the back end, but more or less you're getting half the dynamics and we're missing some articulations. So that's the difference there. But if you look here, this is all exactly the same. So full featured, the smart delay works totally the same. Everything that is not limited in any way. The only other limitation would be the articulation. So if we look here at the full version, we look at our articulation area, we've got legato, staccato, staccatissimo, tongued, forte piano, 2 trills. Well, this shakes here on the trumpet, but we don't have that. Falls, long falls, scoops, doits, flops, rips, glisses and runs, half-step bends, crescendos, and hairpins. So you got all those articulations, 18 or so articulations. If we look at the Lite version, we've got just a more scaled down. This is just more of the essentials. You got the legato, staccato, staccatissimo, forte pianos, which are very important, regular falls, scoops, which are super important, and then crescendos. So it's just a little more of the essential stuff you need, but like I say, the functionality is fully there for all those. So for falls, anyone that's watched some of the other videos knows there's just tons and tons of different falls. They get triggered in different situations depending on the note before, the note after, and all kinds of things. Same for scoops, same for all these really. And so you still get all that. That's all in there with the way smart delay works. You're missing out on some of the more extended techniques like trills and stuff. But you're getting the falls, right? Different velocities trigger different things. So yeah, so you're getting all that. So you can see the CPU usage, articulations are limited, but if we look at the range of things, it's exactly the same. We didn't limit the range in any way, and most notably on the let's load up the trumpets. So let's look at the lead trumpet. So you can see here it's got the full range all the way up to this G. So if I So we get all the way up there. So we didn't change the range of anything at all. The other difference in the brass is the limited number of mutes. So here you've got straight mute. And you've got Harmon. In the full version, you've got a whole myriad. You know, there's so all kinds of cups, other Harmon options, bucket, plunger. If we look, and then the trombone is a little different. It has just cup and bucket. So if we hear those, so. And then bucket. So very useful. We try to pick the most useful couple of mutes so you could use them. Honestly, that's pretty much it as far as the difference. So you got a lot less instrument. If you look over in multis, obviously, so because we don't have as many instruments, there's just not as many multis. So you just have a couple here if you're someone that likes multis. So yeah, so that's basically the differences. Maybe what I'll do is, as we wrap up here, I'll just play in a little smart delay phrase. I'll load each instrument, and then we can play a little phrase just so you can hear each one and kind of hear that they're, as far as smart delay is concerned, they're not really limited, and you can get an idea of the dynamic level. So let me do that. I'll speed it up so we don't have to wait. Okay, so I just played a phrase in and transposed it to play in the range of all the other instruments. So I'll just leave you with this. Just like a real simple thing so you can hear smart delay working. One thing to note is that, like all the instruments, you don't really have to put in a ton of key switches. So you'll hear short notes and all kinds of legato things played. There's no key switches at all played in this. I just played it in. So you'll notice that any notes at the end of phrases play short and little things like that. So just have a listen. Thanks for watching.